Hello and welcome to the Monster Painter. This time I'm going to the sword and brush painting competition, and it's a long way, so I gotta get going. So, this sword and brush is an annual miniature and model painting competition held up here in the Greater Toronto area of Ontario, Canada. It is specifically out in Burlington, a smaller city situated next to Hamilton on the shores of Lake Ontario. It's a bit of a schlep from my residence in the city of Toronto, but fortunately a bunch of my friends were participating, so I caught a ride to the event. The sword and brush is philosophically different than a lot of painting competitions like the Golden Demon. Rather than evaluating entrants against each other to determine a winner, the entrants are considered against a set of criteria and awarded a result based on how successfully they achieved that criteria. You get a silver, bronze, gold, that kind of thing. The intent is to avoid a bunch of loss and dejection and encourage participants to improve and develop their skills with positive feedback. And you know, I love positive feedback. It is way more fun than dejection. And we have arrived at the hotel hosting the competition. Normally, I paint my models for gaming, not for competitions. I try to get them to a standard where they photograph well and will look good in my videos and all that, but I don't go any further than that. I was not planning on attending, but my buddies encouraged me and even suggested a model I could enter. The fee is a modest $25. There would be vendors and a bring-in buy, so I thought, why not? I grabbed the corpse collector off the shelf and chose to participate. Now, as you can see, he has an acceptable paint job. I banged it out in time for a Forbidden Psalm scenario. Truthfully, he probably needs a few more hours of work to be competition worthy, but I'm more interested in participating and checking out the event than winning a medal. So let's check out the event. And here it is, an event hall full of miniature paintings and their proud creations. It's well attended, but not crowded. There is a chill vibe with a cornucopia of finely painted miniatures to check out. So let's check out those miniatures. So there are a bunch of different categories that you can enter, one of which is science fiction and fantasy vehicles. And just look at all this awesome stuff. And it ain't all GW. We got Star Wars and a variety of other things, and it looks great. So much care and consideration put into them. Tons and tons and tons of fun on this table. We have my friend Ben. What did you submit for this competition, Ben?
I submitted a unit of High Elf Seagull. Warhammer
These guys?
which is new, back in action.
Excellent. They look fantastic. Now we have a table full of historic vehicles and busts and stuff. I really appreciate the research and work that goes into the accuracy and details of these things. People put a lot of effort into getting them historically accurate, and that is totally admirable. And we have another one of my friends, Dave. What'd you paint up, Dave?
I painted up a unit of military orders knights, and then over on the other table I've done a large. I did Porcena, the Etruscan King, 54 millimeter model.
A Etruscan king. Freaking tyrants. Oh boy. Dioramas and displays, a great deal of fun, and some wonderful shelf bling. And here's my friend Alan from the podcast Dice Over Everything. How you doing, Alan?
Not bad, not bad.
What did you bring to the show?
Brought a pirate ship from Firelock Games from Blood and Thunder. First time I tried to do rigging and stuff. I'm not sure if it's accurate because I know nothing about the actual ships, but it was really fun and very different.
It looks sloopy to me.
On to the bread and butter of miniature wargaming, those good old units, and there is some amazing stuff here. These would be a blast to face down on the tabletop. Great fun indeed.
Are you with a store or?
Time to take a peek at the vendors, and we got vintage Warhammer and a whole pile of big display models. And what a selection.
Oh, okay.
And I see some tasty things.
Very good. Lots of fun stuff.
Back to the competition, and we have a selection of busts and display models. We're out of the realm of games and into the world of objet d'art. Super cool, super fun stuff.
So we got a. What do we have here?
We've got Molly's miniatures and Bent Bristle miniatures.
Okay. And you guys, are you producing these yourself, or are they?
Yep, so Molly's miniatures, I work with sculptors from around the world, but I do all the molding and casting in-house.
Oh, okay. So these aren't resin prints. These are real models.
They are hand sculpted sculpts that are resin cast in Toronto.
Wonderful. I like the real thing.
More busts, and wow, these are impressive works of art. I love them. We got big models, more like sculptures with beautiful paint jobs. Again, lovely, lovely objet d'art.
So you have a.
Back to the vendors, and we have a big selection of Warhammer, a variety of paints and other models, all being sold by
goodness.
a Space Marine.
Excellent.
Back to the sci-fi and fantasy stuff with some more busts and some more models. It's looking great, and it is a great deal of fun to boot. Of course, how could I forget the bring-in buy? This is where the best bargains can be found, and we all know the monster painter can't resist a sweet, sweet deal. I got some coins jingling in my pocket, and I'm gonna spend them. And finally, we come to the stuff near and dear to my heart, the sci-fi and fantasy gaming miniatures. And it has been a cavalcade of wonderfully painted models of all sorts. I am impressed with the skill and passion that has gone into all of these models. The show is fantastic and very inspiring. I've had a great time looking at all the work, hanging out with my buddies, meeting fellow miniature painters, buying some stuff. It has been a blast. And now it's time to see how my grim corpse collector has done in the competition.
Aaron from Bavista. Brian Hoffman from Castleworth Display.
Yeah. Okay, so I won the honorable mention participation ribbon, and I can't complain. I didn't really paint this guy up for the competition, but for a game, and he could use, honestly, some more work. So honorable mention is good for me, and I had a great time, and more importantly, the Sword and Brush's cunning plan has worked, as I'm feeling excited and inspired to challenge myself I've already picked out some models and I'm cooking up some plans to really put my back into the competition and maybe do better than an honorable mention. So thanks guys from the Sword and Brush. It was a blast. And now I'm gonna show you all the real treasures back at the Monster Painter studio, the bargains that I purchased. Oh yeah, let's go take a look. All right, so I bought a $25 lot of War Machine models, which includes this. They're all from this faction, the Convergence of Cyrus. Convergence of Cyrus, and I got that one, $25 now. And I got that guy, he looks dangerous. And then I got that little cluster, reductors, okay. And then I got that obstructors. I like those obstructors a lot. Not that I'm into obstruction. And then we got a blister pack, kind of droney looking guys. And then another blister pack. A big monster, well, a big robot. I'm not sure even what he looks like. I gotta put him together, and that'll be a challenge, but that's still awesome. And then a bunch of templates that I don't actually play War Machine. I love the models though, and tokens. All of that, $25, super sweet. And there's more. Okay, so I got myself some Warhammer, including what is this? A wizard, a savage orc. Got the dude ready to ride, and I think although I paid $10 for this, the problem is it's not quite complete. I don't think the hand is in there, but life goes on, because I also got the Necromancer, another $10, but he's in there, and his standing version is in there, and his horse is in there, so that's all awesome. And then, so I guess it regularly would have been $35, but I got this Orc Shaman both on foot and on boarback for $15. But the real treat, Chaos Ogres. And that little baby cost me $20. A super good steal. Wonderful, wonderful. But yet, there is still more. And then I picked up a real proper jumbo lot, right? I got 3 of these Gene Stealers, solid Games Workshop models. And then I got 2 dual-wielding elf fellow of some sort. And then I got some kind of mummy lord from the Tomb King's faction. He's pretty cool. He's gonna require a little work, but it gets weirder because I also got a sailor, some sort of sailor from some game. I don't know, but he needs a base because he's tippy, drunken sailors. And then I got I believe this guy's from Cromlech. He's a resin model. Now, all of this is $20. So I got him, and he's also drunk. And then we get some 3D printed models in this $20 lot, including a really cool alligator shaman, a little cartoony, but that's okay. And a rabbit with proper medieval weaponry. Very, very cool. I really like that model. They're on MDF bases, and we got I don't know, a goblin riding a cute puppy, a cute wolf, sure. And then we get I don't know, a human, a halfling, somebody riding a big old cartoon dog. I don't know about that, but that's still okay. And in this, again, there's more in this $20 lot. A couple of heads, a dog and a goblin head. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but they weren't the selling feature. The selling feature was these 2 weird, big-headed, off-brand space orcs. I think these are awesome. I believe they're from Regiment Games, Works of the Void, something like that. I don't know, but they are so much fun. I am super stoked. And with that, that's the end of all the fun goodies I got. And now I think it's time for a monster fight. Tonight's fight features this weird little goblin Bushido, an old confrontation miniature from their Chaos Dwarf faction, versus this strange yellow orc. It's a skin condition, and he'd appreciate you not drawing attention to it. Who will win? Only the dice can decide. Huh. Well, that doesn't happen very often. Let's see how it plays out in the ring. Just as all the orcs know, if the crumping is good, everyone is a winner! Oh, hi! I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members Mark and Lauren. Your ongoing support is greatly appreciated. And maybe you want to become a Monster Painter member. Well, just hit that join button down there and you'll gain access to the monthly members-only monster fight. And then early access to Monster Painter videos. And you'll get digital badges! But more importantly, I will teach you the secrets of alchemical cold cuts and how to make the Philosopher's Sandwich! Or maybe you just want to, get some stuff, right? Well, I got a merch shelf down there, and it has cool things like this lovely coffee mug, and a paint smock, and a t-shirt, and all sorts of awesome Monster Painter merch. What a great idea! Monster Painter merch! I'll be repainting Star Wars miniatures and superhero miniatures. Oh yeah, lots of fun to come. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and ring the bell! Ring the bell!
You are watching Les the Monster Painter.